Today we're going to look at 4 HomeKit Light Strips that you should avoid and 3 HomeKit Light Strips that you should actually buy for your smart home. We'll be looking at some you may have heard of and some you probably haven't heard of before. And none of these require a hub, so you can start using them right away. Starting with the ones that you should avoid, first up is Sylvania. It has a massive power supply. It's the biggest power supply for a light strip that I have ever seen, and it could take up a lot of outlets. It comes with 3 strips of 2 feet each for 6 feet, pre-connected and cuttable. It is not water resistant. You can get up to 20 feet in length. There is no buttons on the controller to control the power, the brightness, or the color. The light strip is 400 lumens. Dimming range is not bad. It gets dim, but it's still much brighter than others like Eve at 1%. Red and green are decent, but blue is very dim. You can only control this light strip via the Home app and not in the Sylvania app. The HomeKit experience has not been great. When I told Siri to change all my light strips to a certain color or to power it off, Sylvania was always the slowest to respond every single time. Sometimes it'll work fine, but other times it takes a good 4 to 5 seconds for it to change the color, the power, or the brightness. And I frequently got the no response message. And you don't get any special lighting effects or special features in the Sylvania app since you're using the Home app to control everything. And next up is Meross. It's an excellent budget option if you want more bang for your buck and you're not so much worried about brightness or color accuracy. The controller has a button for controlling power, but it does not control the colors or the brightness. This light strip comes with 2 wheels of 16.4 feet for a total of 32.8 feet. You can cut these, but they are not extendable, and it's not water resistant. I couldn't find the exact amount of lumens for this light strip, but I'm going to say it's around 800 lumens. It's definitely not the brightest whenever you compare it to something like Eve or Nanoleaf. Dimming range is pretty good. It does get quite dim at 1%. Red, green, and blue are decent. The light strip is very responsive in the Meross app. You can create various lighting effects in the app as well, but that's it. No other features. This light strip works well in HomeKit. There is no delays or any issues controlling the color, the power, or the brightness. The third light strip that you should avoid is Eve. Eve is known for strong privacy since all of your data is stored locally and doesn't go to a cloud. The controller doesn't have any buttons or anything on it to control the power or the brightness. It comes in at 6.6 feet and it is extendable up to 32.8 feet and is cuttable. It is the thickest cable by far and it is water resistant. The Eve light strip is very bright at 1800 lumens, and it rivals a brightness similar to Nanoleaf, though it does make a fairly loud buzzing sound and gets worse as you increase the brightness and change the colors. It has great dimming range. It's very dim at 1%. It has different LEDs for colors and white, which no other light strip has. The red is a good, rich red. Green is a darker green than Onvis or Nanoleaf. Blue is a lighter blue than Sylvania or even Meross, which I was surprised about since Meross is about half the price of Eve. The Eve app is easy to use and gives you some advanced automation capabilities to use with your other HomeKit accessories. It's very responsive in the Home app whenever you are changing the colors or the brightness. I've not had any issues. The fourth light strip that you should avoid is Mangotek. And you probably haven't heard of Mangotek before. They are a Chinese-based company and they don't make very many smart home products, but their light strip is surprisingly good. It comes with 2 6.6 feet light strips, which is about 13.2 feet. Can extend these, but it doesn't say by how much, and I couldn't find the extensions being sold separately. So I'm a little bit confused on where you're supposed to buy the extensions at. You can cut the strip, and the strip is water resistant. It's 1600 lumens, which is one of the brightest light strips in this video, and it compares well to Eve and Nanoleaf, which are the brightest. Dimming range is great. At 1%, it gets very dim. Red, green, and blue are all solid. The app is basic and doesn't have many features, but it is easy to change the colors or the brightness. There's a color mode feature that'll change colors with various effects, and these are cool, but they don't sync over to the Home app. Mangotek is super fast in HomeKit. Changing colors and power and brightness has been all very responsive. Even though their light strip is good, I would still avoid them because there are better options available. And the fact that they also sell anti-aging medicine does kind of raise some red flags for me. Now you know which HomeKit light strips to avoid, so which ones should you buy? A good option is the Yeelight light strip. Banggood did send me out this light strip, but my thoughts are completely my own. The controller has a button for controlling the power. It comes in at 6.6 feet, which you can cut, and it is extendable up to 32 feet, and it is water resistant. It's fairly bright at 140 lumens, but dimming range is actually pretty good. Red and green are good. Blue is brighter than Eve. The Yeelight app has a large white and color palette to easily change the colors, as well as flow mode that'll flow through different colors at different speeds. This strip works with HomeKit and is very responsive in HomeKit, and I've not had any issues controlling the power, the brightness, or the colors. Banggood has a discount code for you guys if you want to pick up this Yeelight light strip. The discount code and the links will all be in the description below. Next we have Onvis, and Onvis is a brand new light strip that just came out. It has buttons on the controller for power, brightness, and a mic for music mode, which I will show you here in a minute. It's not extendable, but it is cuttable. The light strip is very bright at 1800 lumens, though it's not as bright as Eve, which is also 1800 lumens. Dimming range is okay. It does get very dim, so dim in fact that it could be hard to tell if it's actually on or not. Red is very good. Blue is great. Green is good as well. And it has a really cool effect whenever you're changing colors in the Home app. And before I unrolled all of this, I actually changed the colors a bunch just to watch the colors spin because it looks so cool and it's very satisfying. Now this light strip is unique because it allows you to display multiple colors at once instead of one color at a time like most other light strips. There are 20 color zones, and you can paint different sections of the light strip by tapping or sliding. And this is awesome, though it's a little confusing because whenever you tap a section, a different section lights up as well. So it's hard to get something like the bottom row only selected. There are various kind of effects that you can do with this to really have some fun. There's a mic on the controller for music mode, and there's different effects that you can do. Also has preset modes, which are preset lighting effects, but you aren't able to customize any of these. I'm not a fan of how the app looks, but it does get the job done. Onvis also does make a buzzing noise while plugged in and changing colors. But it's not as loud as Eve's is. In the Home Plus 5 app, you do have access to some features like the mode, which have various effects and a bunch of other lighting characteristics that don't do anything. And they will sync over to the Home app so you can use them in your automations. Last up is Nanoleaf, and Nanoleaf is one of my favorites because it has some really cool features. The controller has buttons for brightness, power, and for changing the color. On the back is an NFC tag, so you can just put your phone up to it and scan it, which makes setting this up in the Home app a breeze. Or you could also scan the HomeKit code if you wanted to. The light strip is 6.6 feet, and it is extendable up to 10 meters or 32 feet, but the brightness does go down after 32 feet. You can cut it, though it is not water resistant, even though the light strip is thick like the Eve light strip is. The brightness is extremely bright. It's the brightest light strip I've seen at 2200 lumens. Dimming range is very good, and it's pretty dim at 1%. Red is solid, green is good, a bit on the lighter side, and blue is accurate as well. The app is easy to use, and you can create scenes that will sync over to the Home app. And this light strip has no buzzing sounds, which is great. The HomeKit experience has been rock solid since this light strip supports Thread. So with a Thread router like a HomePod Mini, it will respond faster and be a lighter load on your network. Which HomeKit light strip is your favorite? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you want to see 2 HomeKit smart bulbs to avoid and 3 that you should actually buy, click right here, and here's another video that I think you will like, and I'll see y'all in the next one.